Assalamualaikum. This is Mahfuza Amena, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government Bangabandhu College, Gopalganj. Dear students, welcome to our honors first year online class on behalf of Government Bangabandhu College, Gopalganj. Hope you are doing well by the grace of Almighty in the critical situation of COVID-19 pandemic. You have to maintain the health guidelines to keep you healthy and safe. Okay, now let's start our class. Today I am going to teach you a story, Cat in the Rain by Ernest Hemingway. It belongs to your introduction to prose course. First, you have to know something about the writer. Ernest Hemingway is an American writer. He is an American writer and he belongs to modern age. So you should know this. He is an American writer and he belongs to modern age. He is well known for his novels and short stories. His important novels are A Farewell to Arms, The Sun Also Rises, and The Old Man and the Sea. You will study some of the novels in your third year or fourth year course. Okay, now let's start the story. Cat in the Rain is actually one of the most important and interesting short stories of Ernest Hemingway, which deals with the theme of loneliness and frustration of an American wife. So, first let me introduce you to the major characters of the story. Major characters: George, American wife, patron, hotel mate. Okay. American wife is the protagonist of our story. Protagonist means central character. Central character. The story basically deals with husband and wife. They are an American couple. George is the husband and the wife is unnamed here. She is referred to as American wife or American girl. She has no name in this story. So, I repeat, George is the husband and American wife, she has no name, and there are other two characters, patron, hotel mate. Patron is an Italian word which means hotel owner or hotel keeper. Hotel keeper or hotel owner. So patron is hotel keeper or hotel owner, and there is a maid of that hotel mate. These are four major characters of this story. Now we will know about the setting of this story. Do you know what is setting? setting, where the story is set. It means both time and place. Setting indicates both time and place. The story is written during 1920s. 1920s, and it is set in an Italian hotel. It is set in an Italian hotel. So have you noticed that two of the major characters are from America? They are American couple, American wife and her husband George. But the setting is Italian hotel. So why have they come to Italian hotel? Actually, they have come to the Italian hotel to spend their holidays or vacation. So this is the beginning of the story. The story begins with the line, there are only two Americans stopping at the hotel. You know the very first line of the story. There are only two Americans stopping at the hotel. They have put up in an Italian hotel. So I am going to tell you the story in a nutshell first. Then I will discuss important symbols, language, themes, and style of this story. First, I am going to give you a brief outline of the story. So, the American couple has come to Italy to spend their vacation, but the day they put up in the Italian hotel, the day was very the weather of the day was very bad. It was raining all the time, and due to unpleasant weather or bad weather, they are compelled to stay in their hotel room. And one important thing is that they don't know anyone here. Even when they are on the stairs, when some people are crossing them on the stairs, they don't know them, because they have just come to this hotel to spend their vacation, yet they are not introduced with anyone, and even they are unable to go outside due to bad weather. So they are in their hotel room, and the husband is busy with his reading. He propped up against a pillow and is reading a book very attentively. But the wife feels lonely, and so he sees outside the window. It is raining, and the hotel faces a sea. Ernest Hemingway here describes the scenes and scenario in a way to give us a sad atmosphere of the story. So, there we see that the hotel faces an empty square and a public garden and a war monument. Of course, this is symbol. War monument, empty square. These two things symbolize something which is related to our story. You know, war monument is related with destruction, death. So it is related with death and destruction. and empty square of a public garden. Empty means desolate. There are no people to move or walk. So empty symbolizes something nothingness. The American couple are also lonely here, and even especially the American wife suffers from isolation because her husband doesn't give her any time, and they have no meaningful relationship between each other. So the sad atmosphere is presented by Ernest Hemingway at the very opening paragraph of the story. The wife sees the empty square, the wife sees the warm moment, it's raining, and the wife also sees something. She says that a cat is trying to keep itself protected from getting soaked or from getting wet from rain. And the couple have no child, and so the wife immediately feels to get the or to have the cat. And so she tells her husband that she wants to get the cat. The husband says that, okay, I'll bring it for you. But actually he is busy in his reading. Then the wife goes out, and when she passes the lobby, the hotel owner or hotel keeper, patron, stands up and bows to her. Why do people bows? To show respect. So the patron bows to the American wife to show his respect to the wife. And at that very moment, the wife is actually very pleased at his behavior, because the husband never shows such respects to her. And then the hotel keeper sends a maid to the wife, and the maid asks the American wife, "Madam," in the wife, the hotel maid, of course, is speaking Italian language, and she asked our American wife, "Do you look something? Or are you looking for something else?" And the wife replies that yes, she is looking for a cat. The maid begins to laugh, hearing the reply that in this rainy weather she is looking for a cat. But uh, hearing the reply, the maid understands that the wife is really serious, and so the hotel keeper sends an umbrella to hold above the head of the American wife because it's raining outside. The maid holds on the umbrella, and then the wife looks out, but she sees that the cat is gone already. And when she sees that the cat is gone, she feels really very frustrated, and she returns back to her hotel. And she then started a conversation. She then starts a conversation which actually shows her feminine desires. She says that she wants to get the cat at this moment, and she tells her husband that she wants the cat so much, and even she tells her husband that she wants to grow up her hair, she wants silver jewelry, she wants to dine in a table with wearing the jewelry with candlelight. So and she also desires that it should be spring. All of these indicate that the woman is really feminine in nature, and she expresses her romantic desires. Every woman, every girl likes jewelry. So they want, every woman wants happiness or fulfillment in life, wants child. And as the wife is lonely, so she wants the cat very much. Here the cat is symbol of a child. When the American wife is babbling or chattering about her desires and wishes, the husband gets irritated and tells her just to shut up. The wife feels very frustrated, but she tells that she wants the cat anyhow. And at that time, there is a knock on the door, and when the door is opened, we see that the maid has come holding a big cat in her lap for the American wife. So, do you guess that who sends the cat to the American wife? Actually, the hotel owner or patron has sent the cat to the wife. And so, we will now end up the story discussing some important things of this story. First of all, I would like to tell you that George and Pedro, George and Pedro are really different in their personality, mentality, in their character. George is totally uncaring to her wife, uncaring, indifferent towards his wife. And Pedro is sympathetic and respectful towards the wife. Okay, so as a result, we see that the American wife really likes and respects Pedro. Okay, in this story, you will also able to know some Italian language. I am writing the important ones for you. Gatto. Gatto is the Italian word for cat. Il piove means it's raining. Means madam. These are the important words. There are other similar words. You have to look at the words and meaning. So I hope you will go through the story in details and you will try to understand the story at home. And now I am going to discuss some important symbols with you. You know, at the very beginning of my lecture, I have given you two symbols. Was monument, empty square. So, War Monument, empty square, ghetto, spring. These are important symbols of this story. I told you War Monument symbolizes destruction, death. Here the American couple is really lonely, they have no child, so their life is really empty, they have no emotion. Empty square, this also symbolizes nothingness, destruction, nothingness, sad atmosphere, and ghetto is here symbol of child, and spring here is symbol of fulfillment or happiness. So I have discussed with you in this short time important symbols, characters, themes, setting, and I have shared with you the story in details. So I want to repeat the theme again. The theme is the loneliness or isolation of the American wife. Isolation and loneliness of the American wife. She feels very lonely. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you will stay safe and get connected with us. Thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy the lecture. Thank you.